This might be a long video because there is a lot to cover, and I will explain in this video why intelligence, yes, intelligence, either state or military intelligence, suggested or instructed Psycho and Monster, who murdered my 3 members of my family, to move civilian scammers. So the reason is they tried desperately to hide the fact that she has a severe form of depression and she needs to be with people as much as possible. So now all those attempts, everything they did to cover up this was for nothing, because she's again, right now as I'm speaking, today is I think 9th of September. Yeah, it is 9th of September. So she was in hospital. This is when she returned from hospital, psychiatric hospital, in 10th of June 2019. She was there for 40 days, and this is where this is video on her new staying in that hospital. It's hospital in Smederevo. So she's again there. She went there in 19th of July this year, so 2023. So it is more than almost 2 months. So more than 40 days, more than she was there last time. And I'm going first to show something I didn't understand. So I didn't understand why she was leaving my father, who was really ill. He could not he had problems moving and so on and so on. Walking, it turned out she was poisoning him. I'm not going into details about that because I explain in other videos. So this is a video that shows, it's on my channel, wounds on my father's head when he fell. She left him alone, and at that time several neighbors, I was in the city at that time, so neighbors in country where my father lived told me several times that she's walking, she's going somewhere all the time, and she left my father. I didn't understand where she's going, why she's going all the time, and she left my father alone. And this is when he fell, and these are the wounds on his head. Кой е стотино, Oni trebali davno da donesu rješenje, samo što ne smeju. Što sam rekao da ću ih tužiti. Znači, to je sveža rana.
Aj beže bre s tim u pičku matru.
Čekaj, a šta kažeš da treba da se mlate? So, these were the wounds, and at that time I tried to move my father, to save him, to move him to nursing home. So social workers prevented me from doing that. they were instructed to do so. I have a video on that. So several videos, and my father could not go to nursing home because in like 7 days or less it would be apparent that he was poisoned. So that this monster poisoned him. I will show her in a minute. She also poisoned before that my grandmother, then my grandfather, and what is also important, doctors finished them all of three are finished by the doctors, finished off by the doctors. So I'm first showing the camera surveillance cams, so they were connected to my computer, personal computer, which was recording everything, so not just moving, and all four cameras at once. And at that time, when this happened, when this monster who murdered my family moved this camera, so at that time around that time I made this window larger, because before that all the windows were like this. So this is the date, 6th of November. So somebody told her, nobody had access except me. I was using TeamViewer, so somebody from intelligence also. There were really strange things when I bought the recorder for surveillance cams. I have emails on that. I will create a video. That firm, I think, doesn't exist anymore. That company that sold me the equipment for surveillance, and I remember when I opened the recorder, I noticed someone's fingerprints. So someone opened that, had oily fingertips, probably from some oil, I don't know, and also when I opened, when I tried to set up the password, the main password was already set up. So somebody was messing with that, and even if nobody was messing with that, intelligence can access anything, because I was accessing my cameras in country from the city. This I will just show here how this monster is visiting neighbors. So she's going here and down this road. So it was around 3 p.m. and I just skip it. Okay, I haven't recorded when she returned. And what happened next day? So they told her that I'm recording this. What happened next day is this. So that's her, and she's entering the building. I need to turn up the volume, and I will now switch to desktop sound. So as can be heard and seen, first noise can be heard because I just want to see okay, okay, so this is that camera. It's here, and as can be seen in this video, she jumped from this window, or this, probably from this, because camera could not see her, and the noise is from moving the tables and chairs, because this is a guest room, and as can be seen here, it's I don't know, like meter and something less than 2 meters high, let's say meter 0.8, something like that, so it's pretty high. She jumped from that window because camera didn't see the angle was so here's the camera again. The angle was such that so here it is. Actually it's here, so somebody instructed her to do so, so the angle of the camera could not cover this window, so somebody instructed her to do so. Fortunately, I was recording the sound, because I don't have sound on these cameras, but I have sound on my personal computer. So she moved that and she jumped, or somebody else jumped, I don't know, from the window, and the camera was moved, and it can be seen here that she's leaving the building. She entered the building here, I think I showed that. So she's entered the building, camera is moved, so it's moving here, because the goal was to hide this, but she didn't do it, I think, to hide this road. Okay, so next, so this is 3rd of November, and the previous one was 2nd of November. So this is in chronological orders. So somebody instructed, I mean not somebody, that's the only one who could access this is intelligence, or some similar service. So they were trying really desperately to hide that she has a severe form of depression. She needs to visit neighbors. I found out that when I returned to live in country in 2021 and 2021 and in 2022 and even 2023. I recorded everything. I will show these recordings. I have like 48 recordings. Of course, I'm not going to show all of them. So this was when she moved cameras, and then the next day I also recorded her going to the neighbors. So I still can see her. So she didn't succeed, but what is strange is when she returned. So this is the time, it's 4th of November, so chronologically. She also didn't want to record where she's going left or right. So let's see when she returns. There she is, returning. She's returning. But she probably went around the house because she didn't appear here. Or she was doing something here, I don't know. Okay, so I just need to move to show the difference. So this is the difference between camera angles, and this is the call on 4th of November. So this day it was let's see, 9:23 p.m. when I called her.
Što si pomerila kameru juče? Pomerila si kameru, sve sam te snimio. Ona kamera može da zapali kuću, znaš što? Znači namestila si tako da one diode idu pravo u, kako se zove, u plastiku. Vrati kameru kako je bila kuća, može da se zapali. Ako ne vratiš, moram policiju da zovem, znaš. Znači od onoga kuća, te diode, znači infracrveno se koristi u rernama za pečenje, kako se zove, mesa. Jer znaš što? Snimio sam kad ti pomerila kameru, čuje se iz zvukovi kako lupiš. Stvarno ne razumijem. Šta sad? Ja sam sve snimio što sam trebao snimiti, možda pomeraš koliko hoćeš. Ne razumijem stvar. Znači, ko ti rekao da pomeraš kameru? Snimio sam sve. Znači, lepo ti kažem, pomeri kameru, poslaću policiji snimak da džabe ne dolazi. Na ozbiljno ti kažem, vrati kameru kako je bila, snimio sam kako je pomeraš. Vidi se kad ulaziš u kuću. Znači, pa vidi se kad si ušla u kuću, vidi se i čuje se kako pomeraš namještaj. Znači, tako si je pomerila da se ne vidi da je pomeraš. I sa prozora. To ti je neko rekao, ti to sama nisi znala. Znaš da si onako kako si namestila, to sam sve snimio. Tako može da se zapali kuća. Znaš?
Ja kažem, Dejane, stani da se dogovorimo da dođe vam vrata.
Ne, nisam ja.
Okay, so this is when I called her that day, and I told her to move camera back because I don't have here that I haven't included it, that camera recording. So when she moved it, the IR infrared diodes were hitting that plastic of the camera, and practically nothing can be seen when they are on in the night, during the night. And as some people know, I told her here in this video that these IR diodes are used in electrical stove, for instance, to fry meat, so that they can burn this plastic. I don't know if they are strong enough to burn the plastic, but whatever. So I told her that if she doesn't return the camera, I will need to call the police, and I kindly ask her even in the second video, so this is all on my channel, at 21 minute. I again asked her, so this is the second part of that conversation. I asked her to move the camera. She said during this conversation that the wind moved the camera. I mean, everyone who has that type of cameras knows that it's really hard even to move it by hand. Not to mention, I mean, by wind, it's impossible. It's totally doesn't make sense. So she returned the camera, and this is a new position. I'll just compare the two. So that would be it. And I'm going to play the part of the phone call I had with my cousin and neighbor. So he's my closest neighbor, where he also confirmed that that monster who murdered 3 members of my family, is entering his household by force. So she's doing that because he also confirmed that she told him she needs to doctor told her that she needs to be with people as much as possible, and the only doctor who can tell that is a psychiatrist. And of course she's taking heavy medicines for depression, but it is so severe that she needs to be constantly with people, at least. So these videos, camera recordings shows that she visits people every day, at least between hour and a half. So every day. And I will just play this part. Šta kažeš, ono dolazi tu, dosađuje ti.
Čoveče, haos mi pravi, bre, i drao sam se i goca kad je bila zadnji put, ja kažem, bre, da li si normalna, ostavi me više na miru, aman. Izvini, i uče kad krunu na vrata, nego ja sam zaključao vrata zbog nje. I ona kad krunu na vrata, znači te izvali štoki, ono, ali zaključena vrata i otiša, vratio se, sigurno proveri da sam kući, da možda love sa gore.
Dragane, ja sam tebi rekao, ona ne pere ruke. A ko zna sa čim radi, znači ona sa ovom ružom, šunetovom, znaš da ružu... znaš da ruža uzima vodu od kupanja mrtvih, znaš, to su mi svi pričali. I menstrualnu krv koriste. I sad zamisli ti kad ona ne opere ruke i uhvati se za tvoju bravu i ti uhvatiš. Zamisli šta se dešava. Znaš ti, ja tamo nisam jeo, ja sam jeo plazmu. Ja sam jeo plazmu, bre, kad dođem kući, čoveče. Pa gotovo, napravit će ti problem. Slušaj, ona će sve vas dovuče. Ja sam ti rekao za to da nemaš ništa s njom. Ne, hoće sigurno, ali ćeš da ti kažem zbog čega. Čekaj, koja bilja ova? Popović? Pa neće da mi se jave. Pa bre, Dragane, kad sam ja vas upozoravao? Nemoj, molim te, čovječe. Pa hoćeš da ti kažem zbog čega? Zato što policija štite Ivkovića, čoveče. Ivković je nagovorio Miloševića se preda, čoveče. Pa dobro, pa da vidiš šta će da ti urade. Okay, so it can be heard here that my cousin and neighbor confirmed she is. So this is the date when I called him. He confirmed that she is entering his household by force, and also he said that she has some problems. It is obvious that she has some problems, and he also confirmed here that I have video on that. Just search for that bathing water on my channel. So he confirmed that this monster is palling out with his good friend with another of my neighbor who is into some sort of witchcraft, and she's taking that bathing water regularly. So a lot of really weird and strange stuff around this monster who murdered 3 members of my family. And my neighbor and cousin also mentioned another neighbor Biljana Popovic, who is also, I have also the recording. So this is the same date. I also recorded. She confirmed that this monster is was also bothering her, and both she and my cousin, also, I mean, she's also sort of my cousin. She's married to my cousin. So they are also my closest neighbors, and both of them confirmed that in these 2 recordings, phone calls, that she is taking that bathing water, and this is actually the reason why they stopped why they stopped visiting each other. When they found out that, they stopped, but afterwards pieces of shit, I don't know, probably from police, of course military intelligence was behind them. I explained everything in my videos. Just search for army and or illegal arms trade, and everything will be crystal clear. So a lot of my neighbors stopped visiting her when I said I will sue them, but they let her in their homes. And but when they when they found out what she's doing, that she's taking that bathing water, they stopped letting her into her homes, because I mean they have children. But in the meantime, police, through actually military intelligence, through police, probably through police, blackmailed them or bribed them, I don't know. So they started started letting her again in their homes. That lasted until I returned to live in country, and I fixed that, quoted. And this is the reason why she ended up in psychiatric hospital for the 2nd time, because I again warned, not really threatening is something else, warned my neighbors who were letting this monster in their homes that I will sue them again, and they will they will need to pay me damages and so on and so on. So they stopped in around 2022, end of 2022, to let her into their homes. And I can now close this. I will now just show this playlist. So these are the videos. Of course, as I said, I'm not going, so these are the names of the videos. I'm not going to play them all. So this is these are 48 videos. I'm just going to play one, like this one, just to show what to. So this is actually the one that's playing now. So it's the same thing as with other recordings, camera recordings I showed. So she waited here until I left. And this is her. She's going to visit neighbors. So this is the second one. Well, actually, this is something that's not really related to. This is one of my neighbor's daughters who drive her, because she cannot. This monster cannot walk when it's dark. I don't know. She has some problems. She has her spine, but I don't think it's spine. Oh yeah, she's also an alcoholic. Okay, so let's see the third one. So there she is. Time, date. There she is returning. Okay, so it can be seen that she is visiting neighbors. As I said, she was visiting neighbors for at least hour to hour and a half every day. And I will just explain some recordings which are not just, which doesn't contain just the visiting neighbors. Okay, this is not important. So I recorded here when she's visiting neighbors, and I was cleaning the cesspool. So this also has the date in the title. This shows that 30 minutes is needed to the store and back. It takes 30 minutes to go to the store and back, because when she goes in the morning to the store to buy things, so this is around like 9 or 10 a.m. She's visiting regularly that neighbor who is taking dead bathing water. Her name is Ruža Milutinovic. There she is. So this is the monster who is regularly taking dead bathing water. So this is a closer look. So that's her. And I also have the video on or maybe water, on that bathing water, which features her as well. I mean, it's this same video, surveillance cams video. Let's see. This is also recording. This recording also contains has the part where I'm cleaning the so there she is. When I'm cleaning the cesspool, it's here. So she didn't take care of my property. She stole 30, not 13, but 30, 35, more than 35,000 euros from my household. So this also contains the part where she's carrying the branches, the wood. I'll have another video on that. I'm not going to explain here why. So this is also, yeah, this last part here means that when she was leaving the home, well, when she was absent, that was not during the time when she could go. She could go somewhere by bus, because bus didn't leave this place at that time. Let's see if there is something else. This is also cesspool. This is also her carrying these branches and firewood. This is third time she's visiting neighbors during the same day. Okay, this is not important. Second time she's visiting second times neighbors during the same day. Third time. And this video shows that she needs only 15 minutes if she's just going to carry wood and branches. And this is about my cousins, neighbors, Popovits, who are just they are that household that was shown, that the camera which she moved is showing, so that they are right after my my home, my household, right next to my household, opposite side of that small forest, if forest is the right term. So these are 48 videos. If somebody wants, I can upload it somewhere like Dropbox or somewhere else, because I don't want to upload it here on this using this account G Drive, because I already used half of my capacity, half of storage. So if somebody wants, I once I can send these videos. Again, I'm not going to show all of them, to play all of them, just a few. So that's her leaving, again leaving. And yeah, by the way, I was using here M player, and I wasn't able to figure out if there is a way to skip less than 20 seconds. So I was skipping 20 seconds in order to save space on the disk, because she cannot move during that time period of 20 seconds. She cannot, I mean, she cannot run, she cannot move, she cannot not move this from this point to this point within 20 seconds. Okay, so these are some remarks for people who, if somebody wants to see all these recordings, maybe I should just, I don't know, show the dates. That would be a good idea. So let's start. Let's continue with this one, and I'm just going to go to the end and show the date. So date and time, of course, is important. It can be seen that she's well, this sort of works. She's not visiting neighbors during the during evening, so she cannot walk when it's dark. Fear of the dark. I have a constant fear that someone's always there, something like that. So it's this is really unusual for the for countryside to visit neighbors during the day, because especially in the summer, because there is always something to do unless you don't have any property, and usually people don't visit other people during the day, but usually in the evening when there is nothing to do. So just quickly to check out what's the score. So it's here, not this is something like 1/3 of the recordings. Okay, so just to show that there are different dates, different times. Okay. Well, this is my stomach because I didn't have a time to eat. And it's like around 4 a.m. Okay, let's see where this is more than half. Uh, So again, this video shows how desperate were the morons and monsters and psychopaths who were protecting her. How desperate they were to hide that she has a severe form of depression. She has a lot of other psych issues. There are like 10 hours of phone calls when I call her, and she has the full spectrum of dark tetrad, or tetrade, whatever it is properly spelled. I explained that in videos I recently uploaded. So this means she's a psychopath, a Machiavellist, I think that I spelled this properly, then narcissist, and finally sadist. So she poisoned 3 members of my family. She watched how they were suffering and did nothing. I mean, you really need to be sadist to do that, and I proved they are poisoned, and if they are not, she would not be protected. She would not be heavily protected by almost all existing state institutions. And of course, international institutions like Interpol, because their closest cousins, her sister and her husband, they are friends, close friends with one of the politicians who convinced Slobodan Milosevic to surrender to Hague. It can be heard in that video of a phone call with Dragan T. Chairovic. I mentioned that as well. It can be heard Ivkovic, and I recently uploaded a video about that Mora. She's a commie. About Ivkovic and okay, I need to play this again. Ivkovic and Slobodan Milosevic, so Ban and Branislav Ivkovic. Slobodan Milosevic was his political father. He created him as politician, and that Ivkovic guy is in organized crime for probably no more than 20 years, and because he moved some of his assets, at least this is what actually maybe not him, but another criminal, high profile criminal, moved his assets to some foreign country. I don't know, maybe it's some tax paradise, I don't remember. Newspapers wrote about that. Then it's international, so this is international. Usually those high profile criminals never do just domestic criminal, it's always international, and when it's international it's usually organized crime. So this is the last video. Okay, so that would be it. It was of course long video because there were a lot to cover, and the last thing I forgot to mention is that to this very day I mentioned that in another video. I'm about to upload today. So the first thing that police and inspectors, detectives, detectives are in US, but here they're called inspectors, police inspectors. So the first thing they do is to check out someone's health history. They did that. They found out that this monster who murdered 3 members of my family has psych issues. So that's her, rough face moron and psycho. And still to this day, and my grandfather died it was the end of 2015, so still to this day case was open it was beginning of 2016. So to this day, I don't know if I showed, I think I showed at the beginning because it's late and I'm really tired. So to this very day, she's still not called to give statement about my grandfather's death. She admitted. I have this on the in video I recorded recently. That was the email I sent in May last year, where I proved that she hit or pushed my grandfather. She left him there, left him there for at least 8 hours to suffer. He already had serious problems. So that was a 80 plus year old man with major heart problems and other health issues, and she hit or pushed him. She admitted that. Of course, it was not her intention to do this. She admitted that my grandfather fell during the evening, and she never said that before. And she claimed in the beginning that my father found my grandfather and he fell, and after inheritance proceedings were finished, I let judge do this, commit major frauds, because she felt then confident that she felt that everything is finished, and she admitted she actually found my grandfather when she fell around 7:30 a.m. and she admitted a lot of other stuff. So I proved everything. So there is no really any work for prosecution, who is there. All the prosecution officers who are in charge there up to the highest instances, they're protecting her again, because this is international case. It leads eventually to United States Embassy, because that guy Ivkovic, politician, one of the closest associates of Slobodan Milosevic, former Serbian president, who were deported to Hague. So he did a favor to United States Embassy, to that piece of shit Montgomery, William Dane Montgomery, ambassador at that time. So they are just returning the favor and protecting him. Of course, he's not directly involved, because he wouldn't get any sort of gain by murdering my grandparents and my father. But these murders are so monstrous that he cannot stand being he cannot being even mentioned within that context, because sister of this monster who murdered my family gave guarantees for her. So this is her sister. She is also she has also serious psych issues. This is her son of this monster, who is closest associate to of this. Yeah, here it is, Bana Ivkovic. This is video I just uploaded. So, and as I said, Ivkovic convinced Milosevic, Slobodan Milosevic, to surrender to Hague. Slobodan Milosevic accused him of betrayal publicly. Most of these articles are removed, but I found some in the archive of some newspapers, so they weren't really careful in hiding these facts. So that was basically it. This is why they're hiding this, and why even Interpol is involved. You just type Interpol. I think I have, yeah, I have new videos uploaded on Interpol. I think this is, there is one, this one is also important. And of course, these first ones in the search. So this is what intelligence in Serbia is doing. Of course, the foreign intelligence is also involved, but this cannot be done direct. This could not have been done directly by him. It needed to go through state or military intelligence of Serbia. So not Serbian, because they are not Serbian. They're just here in Serbia, but they are not Serbian. They are not working for Serbian people, for Serbs. Okay, so this is what the last thing I want to say, of course. So this is what intelligence, both the state and military in Serbia is doing. So they're protecting monstrous murderers and psychopaths. And I will just remind people on drone incident Belgrade. Belgrade, Albania. So drone incident. Guess who was in charge to prevent this from happening? It was military and state intelligence. So this was a huge scandal. This is the biggest scandal. So this happened in Belgrade. So Belgrade. So this is the biggest scandal related to intelligence, both state and military. It's military because it's Albania. So this is military responsibility. So military intelligence. There are two military intelligence in Serbia. Military Intelligence Agency and Military Security Agency. So two agencies, and they let this happen. And the last thing I want to say is that this is the second incident related to military intelligence in the history of humankind after that Red Square incident. So Red Square, Moscow, plane incident. Yeah. So this was the the biggest scandal in history related to military intelligence, and this other one that happened in Belgrade with drone, Albanian drone, is the second in the history of humankind. And this is what they are doing. They are protecting criminals, psychopaths, and monstrous murderers. And I'm paying for that, as not just me but other taxpayers. So this is what the military and state intelligence is created for, to protect criminals. Okay, I think I said enough. So that would be all for now.